Welcome, COVID-19 teaching from home. Hope you guys are all staying safe, social distancing appropriately. Today we are going to go over the percent change worksheet for advanced topics. Now, first off, remember when we're dealing with percentages, how we change percents to decimals and vice versa. If you want a quick, we're going percent to decimal. Okay, you're going to move your decimal point 2 units to the left. So 75% to the left is 0.75 as a decimal. Right? It's the same thing as dividing by 100. Right? Because remember, percents are over 100 when we talk about ratios. Now to go from a decimal to a percent, right, we're just doing the opposite. So instead of moving to the left, we're going to move to the right. So if we have 0.05, okay, we're going to move it to the right too. So that turns into 5%. Okay, also multiply by 100. And I did not show that in the window. Oh well. So when we're going to find our percent change, okay, we're trying to figure out how much are we increasing by. If we increase by 100%, okay, that's like we're doubling, okay, because we have this 45 is our original. So if we increase by 100%, that means we're increasing by another 45. So this is more than double 45, but not much more. So, okay, how we've set this up. Got a groovy little sheet here. So to find your percent change, you're going to take your new amount, okay, and then you're going to subtract your original amount, okay, to find the difference, and then you're going to divide that by the original amount. All right, and this is going to give us the decimal version. So if we want it to be a percentage, okay, when we want to know increasing or decreasing, obviously we're increasing here. And we want to round to the nearest percent, that's whole percent. So go back to my converting a decimal to a percent shortcut here. We're just going to multiply by 100. And if you want, you can move the decimal to the right 2 places. So let's use number 2 here as a setup. So we're going from 74 hours to 85 hours. All right, so if we double 74, if we add an additional 100% to that, right, it's going to be way more than 85 hours. So it's going to be less than 100%. So our new amount, so our new is the 85 minus our original 74 divided by that 74. Okay, and then we're going to multiply by 100. I know I'm making little multiplication symbols. It's fine. Order of operations, we have to subtract first. All right, luckily I have a calculator. That's not my phone. So we're going to take 85 minus 74 first. So we get 11 divided by 74. Okay, and we're going to multiply that by 100. Division before we multiply. So we're 11 divided by 74. Okay, that gets me this crazy 0.1486. Right, I know my end goal is nearest percent, so I'm just going to go ahead and take that number times 100. Right, so 14.8%. Okay, so nearest percentage, so 14.86%. Okay, that's going to round up to 15%. Because this guy right here, okay, would go up because the 6 would make that a 9, even though that doesn't really matter. The 8 is going to turn that 4 into a 5. So we would say here it is a 15% increase. All right, if this number from here to here was negative, okay, then we would call it a percent decrease. All right, so if we got a negative on here, okay, that's percent decrease. Let's find one of those. All right, so we'll go down here to number 5. So again, new amount, so 34 minus 94 divided by 94. So we're gonna have a negative number, okay? That kind of gives you a hint that it's a decrease, and if you want, you could go absolute value, that's fine. 34 minus 94, oops. Okay, we get negative 60 over 94. So divide that number by 94. Okay, get negative 6.38. Go ahead and times that by 100. All right, I get negative 60. I'm gonna go ahead and round it. Negative 64%. So since it's negative, then that's the same thing as saying 64% decrease. Now, make sure you're showing me your steps. Even if you don't have this printed out, okay, on a piece of notebook paper, like number it, just like I did here. Circle your final answer. Okay, show these steps. All right, that is all we're doing here on that first percent change. Okay, so you have 24 questions where you're doing that. Every one of your answers, make sure nearest percent. And I will be back shortly for the next section. Stay safe.